Let us look at the demonstration for variable number of arguments, and we will learn more things here. Already I have explained it on whiteboard, so I will take the same example method, that is for showing all the elements. I will write down that method here, static void show, which takes variable number of arguments, and I will call it as a. Now inside the method I was simply displaying all the elements of that a, so I will display them. Yes, this was the method which takes variable number of arguments with name a, and it will print all the elements. Now this method can take any number of arguments. So if I say show with no arguments, it works. It's not an error. If I run, I will not get any output. There is nothing to show, so no output at all. Now if I call this method with some arguments, let us pass some arguments 10, 20, 30. 3 arguments I am passing. It works. It is printing all 3 values. Actually, all these 3 values will be passed as a single array to this A, and we are printing all the elements of that array. So we can pass as many arguments as we want. Now, is it possible to pass array itself? Let us try. I will say new integer of some elements 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, 13, 15. I have given some array of elements. Here I should give brackets. Now here I am creating a array with these initialized elements, and when we say new, it will be created in heap. Then where is the reference of an array? Actually it should be like this, right? I will elaborate here itself like this. So this means what? A integer type reference to an array, and here is an object of array, but no, just this one. So is there any reference to this array? No. So we say this is an anonymous array which doesn't have any reference. We can also say it is created on fly. It means it's created for time being and it is utilized by this method and then deleted. Let us check whether it works. Yes, it is not showing any error. It should work. Yes, after printing 10, 20, 30, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, 13, 15. So yes, even we can pass an array object also. So it works for any number of parameter, but all those parameters must be of same type, that is integer type. Now let us try a little new thing here. Is it possible if I write it as a array reference? Oh, when I make it as an array reference, then these two are not arrays. There is nothing here. At least I should write null. Null means nothing. Now it is valid. You can see that it is no more in red color. But this is not an array. If it is an array, then I should write down new int like this. Then here also I should write like this. Now this works. Just passing 10, 20, 30 will not work. So it means ellipse or variable arguments and this array passing are not same. They are not same. They are different. When we take parameter as array reference, only this works when you pass an array as parameter. And when we take variable arguments dot dot dot, then all 3 works. So it supports array also and variable number of arguments also. So this is more powerful than array. Now let us try another thing. I will remove this. Let us remove this also. I will write down a method which will take variable number of strings and it will display all the strings. So let us say I will pass names, so it will show all the list of names. So let us write the method. While writing, I will explain you more. So I will call it as show list. See, for show S is small and list L is capital. This is the notation that you should follow. It's not compulsory. It's better you follow it. Then I said we will take a string and I will call it as S. Then what I would like to do here is, using a for loop, I want to display integer I is assigned 0 and I is less than s dot. Yes, it will have length just like an array. So I plus plus. So I can use a counter control for loop also. Then I will display I, then dot space, then here s of I. So this will print I index, then beside that it will show a string. Actually, I want to give ordering to a list. So better give it as I plus 1. So because I is starting from 0 onwards. So let it start from 1. So while displaying, I will show 1. 1, then the first name, then 2, second name. Now let me call this method here. I will call it here. Now, first name, I should give a string. John, then Smith, then Ajay, then Ahmed. I have passed list of strings. It is not an error. It is not turning into red color. If there is any error, it will turn into red color in NetBeans. So this works perfectly. Run this one and see what happens. So it's showing the list of names. 1, 2, 3, 4, so on. If I pass more name, will it work? Yes, because it's variable number of arguments. It will work. Mark, Suresh, it works. As many names you pass, it will show it as a list of names. So I have shown you variable arguments as strings. Now, let me show you one more thing. I don't want to start this number from 1 onwards. I want to give some starting number. So I will include one more parameter here in the beginning. I will call it as start, integer start. Then while showing the names here, I was showing I should show start, right? And also after this printing, I should do start plus plus. Okay, so if you look at this statement now, it is having some starting number, then variable list of arguments. So what is the meaning is, so when I'm calling a method, I am passing 6 names and the ordering is starting from 1. No, I want the ordering to start from 5 onwards. So this is what the ordering should start from 5 onwards. So when I pass 5 here, 5 goes into start. So for the first name, it will show 5. Next, it will become 6, then 7, and so on. Now when I run, you can understand everything, what is happening. Now, John is 5th and Smith is 6th and 7th and so on. So I have given some different starting index. So we learn one more thing here. When a method is taking variable arguments, it can take more arguments also. Like it has taken a starting index. Yes, it can take. So I am passing 2 arguments. One is of type integer, that is a starting index. And next is a variable argument for a string. Now one more thing I will show you here. I will remove this int start. Can I write it afterwards? I will remove this one and I will write it here. Is it allowed? No, it is an error. What is the error? Let us check it. Variable argument parameters must be the last parameter. Oh, this is the condition. So if you're passing multiple arguments and one of the argument is variable argument, then it must be the last one. It should not be anywhere in between. It must be the last one. Because how many arguments you are passing, we don't know. So that must be at the end. Yes, this is perfect. So let us come back here and write 5. Remove this 5. Yes, this is perfect. So we learn one more thing, that if a method is taking variable argument, then that variable argument must be last one. And you can pass as many arguments as you want, but the var arg must be at the last. Now one last thing. We have been writing this method public static void main string array arguments. So array arguments, can I write here reference? Yes, it is perfect. No error. If there is an error, it will turn into red color. Okay, see, it has turned into red color. On this one, yes, no problem. Oh, what about this one? Yes, this is also allowed. So in public static void main method, for the command line arguments, for a string, we can also use variable arguments. It runs, no error. Yes, it is working. So that's all. We have seen all the possibilities related to variable arguments. So try all these things by yourself once. If you try them, you practice them, you will understand. If simply watching, you will not understand, you will simply ask questions. And if you are getting thoughts that whether this is allowed or not allowed, you write it and check it. Like some student asks, sir, if I give dot 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 after this one, then what? So you try it and check it. Write that dot 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 here and check it. So simply asking makes no meaning. So your practice is important. Okay. Then next we'll look at some student challenges using this one.